Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC Entertainment. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be talking about AMC, kind of what's been going on with the stock itself. Is now a good time to buy AMC Entertainment stock? Well, I hope to answer all those questions for you guys by the end of the video. Just want everybody to know, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So let's get started with the video. So let's take a look at AMC Entertainment, kind of what's been happening with the stock. So if we take a look at the 1 week chart, the stock is up 38.90%, which is pretty good. I mean, a lot of stocks have been rallying. And then yesterday, with Jay Powell, the meeting basically went well. So they're going to keep bond yields pretty steady. So a lot of people were pretty optimistic that, stocks aren't really going to see effect overall on bond yields for the next couple of years. But how does that benefit AMC? Well, that's always going to affect the overall stock market itself. If bond yields are going up, then that's definitely going to sink the stock market down. But really diving in about AMC and why I think right now AMC is a very good buy at $14.13 is because, as of basically this Friday, 98% of U.S. movie theaters are now going to be open again. And that's also obviously a very good sign. The world has started to open up once again. United States has started to reopen up. Restaurants are open now. Movie theaters are reopening back up. So it's a very good sign that things are going back to normal. They do expect by March 26th for 99% of U.S. theaters to reopen. And that's definitely going to help AMC's Q1 and Q2 outlook. The only thing is, they say that, people have kind of been sluggish to kind of go back to the movie theaters. California and New York both opened up, and those are two of the biggest box offices here in the United States. But I do think that there is still a little bit of hesitation and fear when it comes to the pandemic and the overall coronavirus. They're rolling out vaccines as fast as they can, but obviously there's not enough vaccines yet for everybody to take a vaccine. Obviously, it's not mandatory to take a vaccine, but I don't think people really feel safe. I think people are kind of used to just kind of being at home and, not really going to the movie theaters. But once the pandemic kind of starts to go away a little bit more, once things have kind of settled through, I know there's definitely going to be a booming business for AMC. The other thing that kind of proposes a little bit of a threat when it comes to AMC is the huge popularity of streaming services like Netflix and Disney+. It's definitely proposing a huge threat. Now, although it cannot take away from the traditional movie theater trip, I mean, obviously it is an experience that a lot of people do love to go through. A lot of people love going to the movie theaters. But, with streaming services getting so popular, then it's very tough for AMC to be able to kind of keep it with that all together. In-home services have helped basically offset some of the losses for companies like AMC, but I do expect a very great and kind of linear recovery for companies like AMC. I mean, it was one of the businesses that got hit hard the most with the pandemic. Obviously, you cannot be in close proximity spaces. People are still afraid to be in close proximity spaces, so it's definitely going to be a slower recovery for a stock like AMC, but I do see a lot of upside potential, and I do think that this stock is absolutely worth a buy. I do see a lot of upside potential, not only this year, but in the next coming years as well. You have to understand that there's also a lot of pent-up demand, and AMC being, the biggest movie theater kind of service provider all around the world, even China has amassed a huge amount of growth in classic movie theater ticket sales. They're even surpassed the United States as well. So AMC, although very big in the United States, is still doing very well all worldwide, and I don't want people to understand that, yes, AMC did take a little bit hit on its business model, did take a little bit of hit overall, but the company still has a lot of great fundamentals, and the company was still doing very, very well. Right in 2019, AMC had hit about $42 billion in overall volume and market cap. So, I mean, that's very good for a stock like AMC, where people thought, that AMC wasn't going to do well or that AMC was going out of business. What turned into a meme stock does have a very good business model, and it still does have a lot of potential upside. Now, a lot of people do speculate that AMC can go to $100. I mean, the stock overall does still have a decent amount of short float. So if pushed high enough in a certain circumstance, yes, AMC could hit all-time highs, $50, $75, $100. But not only is the media kind of behind AMC and it's kind of gotten a lot more media attention, but there's also a lot of Reddit people, a lot of Reddit investors, and a lot of big-time investors who have actually changed their analyst upgrade on AMC as well, or their overall analyst standpoint, saying that, AMC does have a lot of potential upside, and it's not like GameStop that was kind of on the verge of bankruptcy. AMC has always had a classical business model. It's always done well, and even before the pandemic, the company was very profitable. So it's not like AMC was in talks of bankruptcy. It's not like AMC was ever in talks of anything going wrong with the overall company itself before the pandemic actually started. It just happened to be one of those companies that got hit pretty hard because of the pandemic. Just like airlines, just like cruises, just kind of like entertainment stocks as well. all did not really do well because of the pandemic, because all those businesses require close proximity spaces, which obviously wasn't allowed for a very long time. We've seen that the world is reopening up once again. All around the world, movie theaters are opening back up, restaurants are opening back up. So it's a very good time to start picking up stocks like AMC, because these stocks do have a lot of upside potential, not only in the short term, but the long term as well. Yes, AMC is taking on a lot of debt, but it's just part of the process. A lot of companies did have to take on large amounts of debt to kind of be able to stay afloat. I mean, we've never really been through something like this before, where a lot of businesses were not open and a lot of businesses basically weren't able to survive. We did lose a lot of businesses along the way, but AMC was smart enough. They were able to kind of, like I said, take on a little bit of debt to kind of stay afloat. They ruled out bankruptcy, and with the business kind of returning once again, and we'll see a slow influx after month after month after month as, like I said, the pandemic slowly starts to go away. As we slowly start to roll into the summertime, this stock definitely has a lot of upside potential. And I know like a lot of people argue, that this is just a meme stock. It doesn't really have any classical business fundamentals. But when you really dive in and you look at the balance sheet before the pandemic ever hit, AMC was doing very well. AMC as a company was doing absolutely outstanding, and I can understand why people are kind of, scared to invest in AMC, because they think it's just a meme stock and they think that the stock is just going to continue to sink once the kind of hype goes away. But I think with AMC, it's a little bit different, and I can understand that proposed theory about GameStop. I don't think GameStop is worth $200 a share, but with AMC, I do think that this stock is actually worth $20 to $30 a share. I think it's a very good classical business model. I do think that the company does have a lot of upside potential. The pandemic is now going away, so AMC can now resurface back to where it was once before, and it can now continue to do a good job of kind of just getting itself back on its feet. Like I said, the only proposed threat is streaming services, but for me, I honestly don't find a direct correlation between movie theaters and actual streaming services in themselves. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like Netflix, Disney Plus, it's cool. You can watch movies at home and stuff like that. But for me, I like to actually go out and watch movies in the actual movie theater. I don't know if that's just my personal idea or that's just how I am. But for me, I think watching movies at home is just absolutely boring. I'd rather go out to a public space, with some friends, family, a significant other, grab some popcorn, grab a soda, sit down and watch a movie in the actual movie theater. It's a very good experience, an experience that a lot of people have not been able to experience over the past year. So I know that there's definitely going to be a huge influx of business because of just FOMO in itself and the fact that people have been missing out on what it's like to actually be able to go out once again. So this is why I do think that AMC Entertainment is a very good buy at $14.08. I do think this stock does have a lot of upside potential, and I do think that this stock does have the potential chance to be a bigger stock in the future. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC Entertainment stock. Do you guys think AMC Entertainment stock is going to hit $20 by the end of the year? If you guys own AMC Entertainment stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.